Hey there, welcome back. I'm here again with another update. Today's update is regarding some breakthroughs you are manifesting or might have already manifested here. There's something ending at your person's end within their life. It seems that your counterpart had a lot of toxic people around them, or they had a lot of toxic connections, whether it be with their family or friends or acquaintances. I see that most of those connections are coming to an end here. Your counterpart had a lot of jealous, envious, toxic, immature, and cynical people in their life who were constantly instigating them against you, who were constantly pushing them to betray you, to mistreat you, to abuse you, to humiliate you and neglect you. They were enjoying the drama they themselves were creating in your life. They were enjoying the view of watching you struggle, watching you suffer, and experience all this mess. I see here that right now your person is taking control of their own life. They're starting to create boundaries here. They're starting to let these people know that this cannot go on forever. I see here that there was someone who was trying to make your counterpart deceive you deliberately on purpose. This person doesn't like you, looks like a female to me. Seems like there are more women here in the picture than men who do not want your union to happen or you to succeed in the situation. I'm not saying that the males in your situation might not be doing anything as such. I just see involvement of women much more than men here, who are very hateful, very jealous of you, are feeling threatened by you, and just do not want you to have your reunion. Your person lived a very dysfunctional life or lifestyle. Something they're starting to let go. Something they've realized was not a good way of living and being. These people are not happy about that. These people are not happy about the fact that your person is changing, they're evolving, they're growing, they're doing the right thing. They're starting to support you. They're starting to show their respect towards you, or they're starting to incline towards you. They do not like that. That's why I'm seeing there were a lot of people, or there are a lot of people who were deliberately, intentionally, on purpose, creating chaos, filling in negativity and toxicity. They were poisoning your person, their mind, their heart, and everything against you. They were instigating them constantly to betray you, to deceive you, to belittle you, mistreat you, and things of all of that sort. But here I'm seeing that divine intervention had stepped in, not just to wreck these connections, but as well to wreck these people and their lives. They want to hurt you here, always wanted to do that. It gave them satisfaction of some sort. It was pleasurable for them to see that you were hurting, that you were struggling, that you were panicking, that you were upset, that you were sorrowful and sad because of their actions, because of your counterpart and their choices and decisions. It's because these people had some sort of power in the situation, or your counterpart was giving them attention in some way, shape, or form. They started to believe that that's how it should be, that's how it's supposed to be, it should go like this forever. And that's why they started to dig in these pits for you. They started to poison everything within your relationship or within your life. They started to brainwash your counterpart into believing that you are not worthy of their affection, their care, or their consideration. I see here that people were literally going out of their way to turn them into a devil or a demon of a kind, because they themselves are those sort of people here. Highly malevolent, highly malicious, highly vicious, devious, cynical, sick, insane, and whatnot. Terrible people. They love hurting people. They enjoy causing harm and hurt to other people. They enjoy the view of watching them suffer in silence. They find it very, very pleasurable and satisfactory. That's what they were doing here. It doesn't matter who these people were or are. They are just evil. So I'm seeing that right now your person is starting to see that. They're starting to realize that they're surrounded by demons. They've given power to the devil, and they need to change that. I see them changing here, or at least showing patience, control, and strength here. These people might still be trying to push them away from you, take them away from you. They're trying to hurt you constantly. They're trying to fill your relationship or your life with their negativity, their poison, and their deceit. However, it's not working. It's not working. It backfired already. That's what I'm seeing here. I see end here. I see destruction taking place within these connections or within these people's lives. Into these people's lives. They were trying to fill your life with suffering, with misery and pain of all sorts. But I see it returning to them. Instead of any of it affecting you here. Your person is somewhere showing signs of change, positive change. They're starting to see things clearly. Though these people are trying very hard to manipulate the situation, to be in control, to maintain that dictatorship and dominion. However, I see that your person is starting to see that. I don't feel like they are showing that they want to end these connections, but they are coming to an end. There's divine intervention taking place, wrecking them, their lives, or whatever plans they're making here. Whatever ideas, tricks, tactics, or conspiracies they're coming up with. Their mind is filled with negativity and hate towards you. Their mind is filled with all these plans, these ideas as to how they can disturb you, upset you, torment you, bring more pain your way, tear you apart, and things of all of that sort. They desperately want to shatter you and your confidence here because it makes them feel some sort of way. They do not like you. Let me tell you that very, very clearly. Though, if they're going to come around, they're going to act like nothing really happened and there's no problem at all. But deep down inside, they're furious. They get angry when they look at you, when they hear about you, when they think about you. The jealousy is so real that sometimes they are unable to hide it from their faces, on their faces. Recently, someone tried to make or manipulate your counterpart into cheating on you, into sleeping with someone else, or doing something very, very hurtful and disrespectful towards you. However, I'm seeing that somewhere your person dealt with the situation of the person very cleverly, very diplomatically, and with a lot of strength. They rejected that offer, they rejected that person, or something happened which kind of brought a very unexpected ending between them. Looks like a friend to me that was doing that. A so-called friend who is just hateful towards you for no reason, for no absolute reason, because you're something else. It's because you two are divinely connected. You two share a divine connection. This person is upset about that. Doesn't like the fact that you are the one for your person. Doesn't like the fact that you are special, you're gifted, you're something else. This person can never match your level, can never become like you, can never have what you have, can never have a kind of connection you two share. That's why this person is so hateful and is hell-bent on destroying it for you, hell-bent on hurting you, damaging you, your life and everything, destroying you. To be precise, that's what this person wants the most here, whoever this person is. But it's not working. It's just that this person is shameless enough to not take no for an answer when it comes to hurting you and playing these nasty games here. This person is very shameless, very arrogant, and very dumb all the same time. This person thinks that this person is kind of invincible and there's no one who can look within this person or through this person. I feel like your person is starting to do that. It's just that they do not want things to turn ugly or end on a bitter note. That's why they may have tried to keep these connections. However, I'm seeing that a forceful ending is coming here in the situation. That too with destructive outcomes for these people. Your person is already sad, already upset, already heartbroken. They know that they've done you wrong because of these people or because of their unwise choices and decisions. But still, these people do not want them to change because it makes them feel as if they've failed, as if you defeated them, as if you won the situation. They're looking at it like it's some sort of game or a war they are supposed to win. They're not looking at the fact that there are lives involved, that there are people involved with feelings, with emotions. They do not care if they're hurting you or wrecking your life or anything. They just want to win in the situation. They just want that control, that dominion, that upper hand. They want to do whatever comes in their mind. They do not want anyone to question that. They do not care if it's right, it's wrong, if it's positive or if it's negative, if it's destructive or whatever. They just want to do whatever they like, they please, at the cost of just wrecking others, ruining others, disturbing others, upsetting others, and things of all of that sort, because that makes them feel happy. That gives them happiness. These are very problematic people. I mean, why would anyone associate themselves with such sort of people? They're terrible. I feel like your person was tricked into these connections or couldn't see through them for quite some time. But that's changing here. They know that they've got to fix things with you. They know that they've got to earn your trust back. They've got to heal things with you. They've got to act right, above all, because whatever they've done so far only brought them hurt, pain, sorrow, suffering, misery, and failures. They were not able to find any success in any of their plans, with any of those endeavors they were working on, were engaged in to bring success, abundance, and prosperity in their life. They failed in all of that. They're suffering because of it. They're experiencing losses. They're struggling because of that. But these people do not care to understand any of that. They don't care to even look into that. They just want what they want. And here they want to wreck you, upset you, ruin you, bring an end to your connection, and live like demons, live like reckless beings who are out there to hurt others, bring pain to others, and laugh over that. They mock at others' suffering. They enjoy that actually. That's what they want. It's just that it's not working. I see terrible outcome for these people, something they think is never gonna come. I don't see anything except destruction making its way in their life. Sickness, sorrow, suffering, misery, illness, diseases, mental health issues, destruction, torment, evil, everything is entering in their lives, making its way in their life, but they are just delusional beings, live in their own fanciful world with their fanciful ideas. They don't care about anything. They are dumb enough and stupid enough to assume that after what they've done and whatever they were trying to do in your life, they'll experience success, they'll experience breakthroughs, they'll experience a new beginning. That's what they had been assuming all throughout this time, believing in with pride. And here I'm seeing absolute negativity, evil, destruction, demolition, perils, enemies. I mean, there's nothing good I see for these people. The only good thing I'm seeing here is that your connection is protected from their negativity. And your person is starting to change for good, is coming in their power, realizing your worth and value somewhere, and at the same time realizing that they are responsible for this mess. They're responsible for this dire situation here you had to experience. They are responsible for the pain you've endured because of them or because of these people. That's why I see them trying to be in control. They're not letting these people get into their head, though they might be acting like nothing as such is happening. They're dealing with these people with wisdom and tact. But these people think that they still have power and they can still hurt you. They want to. They'd go to any extent to do that. For some reason, I don't know why, I'm picking up energy of female friends more than anyone here. Highly jealous, envious, immature, toxic female friends. I'm not saying that they can't be family members or other acquaintances, relatives or neighbors. I'm just sensing very heavily that it's a woman who's like a friend, is supposedly a friend, but is just an enemy, hates you to death, wants to see you in absolute chaos, tormented, suffering, in rags in some situations and cases, hates the fact that a lot of you are very beautiful and charming and gifted and loving, or someone your person loves the most, hates that, absolutely hates that, but tries to hide it, tries to act like this person is supportive of your connection, but says things which are detrimental to your connection, are intended to cause separation or bring in complete end, does things manipulatively and deceptively which are targeted at destroying you, your relationship, or your life, or the possibility of your union. These people are sick, they are insane, and they're going insane day by day after watching that the control is going from their hands, it's slipping, they're losing control, they're losing their grip. Your person is starting to come in their power. They're changing for good. They're realizing that it's wrong. Whatever these people have said to them or taught them is all wrong. You are the right person. You are the one they should listen to, or at least prioritize here. They had been neglecting you, your needs and everything because of these people or under their influence. That's changing here, and they are not happy about that. That's one thing. Other thing is that I see a kind of end coming their way, which is going to leave these people with nothing, absolutely nothing. Something as terrible as death can happen here, but these people are just clueless. They are so dumb and so blinded by their hatred, their jealousy, and their delusions that they think nothing as such can happen. They may end up as what should I say? I don't want to say that. I don't want to. They're destroying themselves, they're destroying their lives, they're destroying everything, their future and everything, but they are just ignorant, oblivious to the fact that no one who ever attacks a divine connection can experience any kind of good fortune. No one. There's no way they can expect that, but they crazy and so insane that they think all's well, all will be well, and they'll be succeeding in life. They'll be able to live happily and peacefully. Or there's happiness coming their way, there's joy coming their way. I see nothing except death here and absolute torment and all sorts of horrible things coming at them. All sorts of. You can only imagine what I'm seeing here. That's why I'm not saying anything. I can't describe what I'm seeing. That's how bad it can turn out for these people. But, let's just end it here. Just know that you're protected and things are still working out no matter what they're doing. They're shameless, but that doesn't mean they'll be allowed to act in whatever manner they think they can. Not gonna happen. So just know all's well and everything's working out wonderfully. I see good changes coming here, okay? So that's all. This was your update for today. I'll be back sooner than later. Till then, take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye-bye.